On June 13, 2025, Israel launched a full-scale surprise military assault inside Iran. The operation, coordinated by the Israeli Air Force and Mossad, was one of the largest and most aggressive Israeli attacks in history. Hundreds of fighter jets entered Iranian airspace undetected, supported by drones, cyber warfare, and ground-based intelligence. The targets were precise and devastating. Israel struck over 100 critical locations, including Iran's nuclear enrichment sites in Natanz and Isfahan, the Iraq heavy water reactor, major IRGC command centers, and air defense systems. Some of Iran's most secretive missile depots and radar installations were destroyed in minutes. Within hours, footage emerged showing massive explosions across Tehran, Isfahan, and Shiraz. Iran's emergency services were overwhelmed. Dozens of key military figures were killed, including General Hossein Salami, the head of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and senior nuclear scientist Dr. Ali Akbar Zareh. Iran's air defenses were caught off guard. Reports confirmed that Mossad teams inside Iran had sabotaged radar systems ahead of the attack, allowing Israeli jets to strike deeper and faster than ever before. Communications in key military sectors went down. Iranian state TV was briefly knocked offline, but the most shocking moment came not from a missile, but a microphone. Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, publicly declared that Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, would no longer be safe. He said, quote, "Khamenei will not continue to exist. His leadership has crossed every red line. The IDF has orders to remove him if necessary." This was a turning point. Never before had Israel openly threatened Iran's top leader. The statement sent shockwaves through the international community and inside Iran, where many feared a decapitation strike was now on the table. Iran responded swiftly and with fury. Within 48 hours, Iran launched over 200 ballistic missiles and armed drones at Israel. The weapons, including Sajil and Khorramshahr long-range missiles, were aimed at military and civilian targets alike. Israel's advanced missile defense systems, Iron Dome, David's Sling, and Arrow 3, intercepted the majority of the projectiles, but not all. In Beersheba, a Sajil missile broke through and struck Soroka Medical Center, damaging the emergency department and injuring over 50 people. In Tel Aviv, a series of drones detonated near residential towers, triggering fires and panic. Schools across central Israel were shut down. Sirens rang through the night. By the end of Iran's first wave of retaliation, at least 240 Israeli civilians and soldiers were wounded. Critical infrastructure, including roads, power lines, and hospitals, suffered extensive.
Behind me is the wreckage from a ballistic missile launched by the Iranian regime. What you can see is a civilian apartment building in Bat Yam, or what's left of it, after a ballistic missile directly hit this building. Numerous people were killed, hundreds were injured, and there are now soldiers behind me digging through the rubble to try to find the bodies of hopefully, survivors from this attack. The difference between us and between the Iranian regime is we are attacking strategic military points in Iran to limit their military capabilities, while they are launching rockets at civilian buildings. Now, this is just a ballistic missile. Imagine if they had a nuclear weapon. This is what we need to stop. This is what we're fighting for, and we're doing it for the safety of the entire world. Am Yisrael Chai.
At 5 a.m. this morning, the sirens went off. This is the aftermath of what happened. This is a very residential neighborhood just outside of Tel Aviv. The damage here is vast. There are cars that have been flipped over one another. There are homes that are utterly destroyed and 2 people lost their lives here.
بالاخره جنگ و اینا استرس رو داره، ولی اینکه بخوام شهرم رو ترک کنم یا چیزی آذوقه کنم نه، چون بالاخره سالها پیش اومده رفته این اتفاقا و اینکه به کشورم اعتماد دارم، فکر نمی کنم که بخواد همچین اتفاقایی بیفته.
احساس امنیت میکنم چون کشور خودمه، شهر خودمه و همونطور که تا حالا از امنیت استفاده کردیم حالا قطعا امنیت برامون هست. هیچ برنامه خاصی هم ندارم برم خارج از تهران.
من خیلی
More than a dozen fuel tanks have exploded after a refinery in Iran caught alight. The blaze sparked at least 2 major explosions after burning through 1.5 million litres of fuel. No casualties have been reported, but the inferno remains out of control.
Dear citizens of Israel, we are on the 6th day of operation with all my heart. We launched this operation to remove 2 existential threats to the state of Israel. The threat of the tunnels and the threat of ballistic missiles. We are making progress, step by step, in eliminating these threats. We control the skies over Tehran. We are striking the Ayatollah regime with tremendous force, targeting their nuclear program, missiles, headquarters, and symbols of authority.
This is beautiful, people. So the French government just released a statement saying that the French analysts are predicting that Iran must have had an outside help. Hold on, I'm going to tell you why. So when Israel attacked Iran air base. So they destroyed the Iranian air defense system. For that air defense system to come back up and running, it must take more than 48 hours. And the French analysts are gobsmacked that they're thinking, how is it possible that within 48 hours this defense system is back up and running on full throttle? They must have had outside help.
Israel has launched a powerful strike on Iran, severely damaging its sensitive nuclear sites. In this strike, 3 of Iran's top military leaders were reportedly killed, including Chief of Staff Mohammad Bagheri, IRGC Commander Hassan Salami, and Operations Head Gholam Ali Rashid. Israel called it Operation Rising Lion, in which dozens of civilians, several Iranian scientists were killed, and hundreds injured, marking a major blow to Iran's military and nuclear program. Israel claims the strike aimed to stop Iran from becoming a nuclear power. Since the strike, Iran has been extremely furious. This was the biggest attack on the country since 1980. In response, Israel shut down its airspace, closed schools, and declared a nationwide high alert. Just hours later, Iran launched a powerful retaliation, firing hundreds of ballistic missiles at Israel. Within minutes, war sirens rang out across the country, creating a scene of fear and chaos. Iran named its operation True Promise 3. The ballistic missiles didn't strike all at once. They fell like heavy rain, wave after wave, refusing to stop. And now, it seems the countdown to World War III has begun. What do you think?